And we're live. Hope you guys are doing good tonight. Are you homeschooling? Are you suddenly finding yourself that you are really having to maybe stay home more than what you anticipated, and you have your kids at home, so you are now all of a sudden the teacher, the mom, the dad, the that has to do everything? How are you shuffling it? How are you handling it? We have some tips tonight for you to help you um, make this an extremely successful year. And so Becky is here from North Georgia, and we are going to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the strategies that we have used to make us become more effective in teaching, whatever platform that might be. Becky, you've gone back to the classroom, haven't you?
Yes, I am. I am back in the classroom with children, with bodies. They're in the classroom. We're not virtual.
Oh, wow. So listen, if you guys are teaching at home,
Yes.
let us know. I'm going to be looking at some comments as we go along. I think I have my phone muted so it won't sound back. And let us know if you're teaching at home, if in the classroom, if you have kids at home, get on in here, invite your friends in, because we have some strategies that are going to help you be more effective. It may seem awful easy right now, but what's it going to be like in a month? What's it going to be like 2 months from now? It can be a little bit stressful. So Becky, what's happening in your classroom?
It's great. It's great. We're back in. This is my 15th year. I'm going on into my 15th year, and it really feels like my first year all over again. Just with some different things going on. It's all new. I guess the word would be pivot. We are doing a lot of pivoting because what works one day may not work the next. And as teachers, we know that that's just something you're going to do every day anyway, even apart from the pandemic. However, there's a lot of shifting, like one-way hallways, differences in your lunch schedule, one class on the playground at a time, amongst all of just the other stuff that you're doing when you first get back in the classroom, right? It's a lot of stuff to shuffle, a lot of changes going on, that sort of thing, and still just being that fun face for these babies who have been in quarantine basically since March. Many of them, when they went home March 17th, that's where they went. They went home. They haven't been in any type of classrooms or daycares or that kind of thing. Most of them have been home. So there's a lot of chatter. It's
And
awesome.
some of the strategies that we as teachers that try to get our students to be flexible and adaptive to new situations, but this one is above and beyond what we've ever expected. So as we approach them in the classroom, whether that's at home, whether that's virtually, whether that's you in the classroom, or whether you're teaching virtually like I do sometimes, and like some of my teacher friends around here are doing. There are different strategies that we have to incorporate, but we also use them as adults because we've had, like you said, we've had to pivot.
Yes.
So we've had to really work on this and on our mindset, and how do we help our kids? How do you help your kids in the classroom? And what are some of the suggestions that you would give our parents?
Well, first and foremost, I want to remind everybody that we're all in this new space together. There's not one person that is more knowledgeable about this than anybody else at this point, as far as we're all learning this new way of doing things together, which is wonderful. And it's a great time to lean onto other people for some support. So the first thing that I have to do for myself is going back into the classroom. I really had to work on my mindset, Beth, and one of those first things was getting into that mindset of gratitude before I ever left my house. Getting into that state of gratitude and being thankful for where I'm at, regardless of what comes up that day, and then trying to teach the kids to embrace that same thing when we all are together, that we're going to be thankful regardless, because, we don't see a lot of our other friends. You know, we're sticking very closely to keeping our classroom basically kind of pulled off to their side. We do certain things, but we're not on the playground with everybody like we used to. So we kind of get very close very quick, and they want to see their other buddies, but we're going to get through it together. And that's what we always talk about is, we're going to persevere. And I teach them that word. Yes, I teach them the word persevere in kindergarten because it's something that they need to learn
Mm-hmm.
at an early age. And the second thing is that I am capable of doing great things. And as an adult, I started implementing them last year, actually, as far as that language. I am capable
Yes.
of doing great things or big things, and I will persevere. I will keep going. I will not quit. And I'm telling you, that was a mindset that had to carry me through. Even once we went into quarantine in March, Beth, I really had to pull off of that. And it's what I was teaching my kindergartners. I had to take that as well. And I give that same advice to my parents, no matter where you are in this whole mix of things. Number one, you can persevere. You got to make the choice. I'm not going to quit. It's going to get hard. Yes, it is. It's going to get hard. And I do not deny that at all. Every day is a challenge, and we just choose to embrace that challenge and keep moving forward and making the best of what we can do and go forward.
And
As a
Becky,
parent, that's all you can do.
it is. And you and I have worked on these things, and we've had so many personal developments through the years as teachers.
Mm-hmm.
But the personal development that you and I have been blessed with over the
Oh,
past
yes.
recent months together, because we've done some of these personal developments together, have absolutely been far beyond what we've ever experienced as teachers in personal development, because it's really on a different level.
Yes.
And we've worked on
Yes.
personal development as teachers every single year. We start that the year out with that. We do personal development all year round,
Yeah.
especially during the summer months. But the personal development that we have developed, that we get every on a weekly, on a daily basis, that we can reach out to those people that are in the mastermind groups that we're in, have
Oh,
been
yes.
just enabled us to take things to a different level. And and yes, it kind of goes over into everything else we do.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that your picture of your school year for you personally is so different than it
Mm-hmm.
was even 2 years ago. Can you share a little bit about that? Because you don't even look like the same person that I met in January.
Yes.
Um, you look very different.
Yes. Um, I have been blessed by an amazing tribe of people that they're my support system. But through that support system, I found something that worked for me that gave me my passion back. I actually lost my passion back several years ago, and I'll try not to get teary eyed and cried because I do, because I did. I had lost my passion and I had started to feel ineffective at what I was doing. Um, and at that point, I was at a point to where I was like, I may need to pivot. I may need to move away from what I'm doing if I'm not effective anymore at what I'm doing. Because as a teacher and a teacher of kindergarten children, I take it to heart that every day I show up for my best as the best for my children.
Mm-hmm.
So the day that I was struggling so bad with my health that I tried to go back to school and I couldn't do it, it was the 50th day of school. I'll never forget it. I was in my poodle skirt. I was in my 50th day outfit, and I was in the bathroom squalling my eyes out because I could not do it. I physically was unable to do it that day due to health issues. And when I walked out of the building that day, I was out of the building till almost January. I was so sick. And I had lost my strength and I had lost my physical well-being. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I was lost, and I was kind of at a point where I had quit searching. To be quite honest, Beth, I had quit searching to find something to help me feel better. I was almost at a point where I was like, what, I just give up. I'm not meant to feel better. And then enter Thrive, and I found Thrive. This was about October of 2019. It was first introduced to me, and I put it off for about a month. Um, because I was just like, I've tried it all. I have tried it all, and nothing has stuck, or I plateaued and I did not, you know, I felt like I was wasting my money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, enter Thrive, and slowly but surely, Beth, I felt that effectiveness come back into play. Never forget it. November 19th, 2019 was my very first day on the product. And
Mm-hmm.
I totally was a skeptic and I was like, this is a placebo. It's in my head and we'll just keep going. Everybody knows that around that time we break. It's Thanksgiving time. We go on a break. And then we come back in and we got a couple weeks. It's Christmas time, right? So you are getting ready for Christmas in the kindergarten classroom and it is wild. It
It
is
is.
crazy. And you have assessments. Yes. All at Christmas time. And you want to make this holiday special for these babies, right? Um,
Right.
so when we walked back in the classroom that day, I was like, now I'm going to put my Thrive to my test because I had been out on it maybe about 2 weeks at that point. It's
Mm-hmm.
like, this is going to be the kicker. What am I going to feel? Oh my gosh. I could hear the excitement. I was feeling the excitement. I was making lists. And not only making lists, I was crossing them off. The
Yep.
things was being crossed off one at a time. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't get to this or this. Okay, so tomorrow, here we go. Da-da-da-da-da. I was getting to work earlier.
Yep.
And you know what? I found myself leaving earlier, Beth. I was leaving earlier
You were leaving
because I would
earlier.
work till 5:30 or 6 o'clock every day.
Mhm.
I was
You were more
running myself
productive.
ragged.
Yeah.
Yes. Like the productivity went through the roof. I
Mm-hmm.
was no longer that hamster on the wheel, just constantly going and nothing to show for it. Amazing. And
And
that's probably where you started to see the difference.
And if you ever struggle with being productive throughout the day and just find that your day becomes longer and longer because you're trying to get to work earlier and you're staying later, this so changes the way that the productivity and the way your brain begins to fire in the classroom. Whether you're at
Mm-hmm.
home and your kids and you feel like they're going right, 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 like kind of like the Charlie Brown, it stops being that
Mm-hmm.
way and able to keep up with. Wouldn't you like to be able to just keep
Mm-hmm.
up with everything that your kids are rattling off at you because you want to be involved and you want to be engaged with them? But let's face it, I mean, I've been there before. You just get so tired mentally
Mm-hmm.
that you just want them to stop. And to be in
Mm-hmm.
that place, to be able to get out of that, if you have a tool to get out of it, shame on you if you don't use it, right? And so we are
Exactly.
providing a tool for you, okay? Is stick around because we're going to tell you what it is. And if you've been around, you may have heard us talk about what Thrive is, but we have a
Mm-hmm.
couple extra little things here that we want to tell you about because you know what? As teachers, I was in the classroom for nearly 30 years. I was not prepared for retirement, and what was I going to do? Single mom. How was I going to prepare, and how was I going to provide for me? Um, and provide a few the lifestyle that I wanted as I retired. So I had to come up with a plan, and I never thought that my life would take this path, but it
Oh,
has.
of
Um,
course. Yes.
so tell us a little bit about Becky. Tell us about what you do first thing in the morning, because some things have changed with what you do, and you've been able to get healthy fast.
Yes, and I did. I strive to be healthy because it's so easy now. I can manage it. I can take it with me in the classroom if I need to. I can take it wherever I need to go because I'm done. Like it's like this. No more planning it out. No more writing out instructions. No more taking this 20 minutes before lunch. No more 20 minutes after lunch because I couldn't keep up with that with my daily schedule. So first thing in the morning, I put it right beside my bed with a bottle of water and I have my capsules. So I take two capsules every morning.
Mm-hmm.
They're by my bedside. I put them there and I guzzle with some water. And before I know it, within about 10 minutes, I'm ready to get up. Anyways, I'm up and I'm moving and I'm getting ready to be out the door. Um, so while I'm waiting on that to kick in, I'm working on my gratitudes. I'm just going ahead and writing down some gratitudes. And by the time I get through the first 4 or 5, I'm up and ready to go. Then I have my lifestyle mix.
Oh, and you
This
have
is amazing.
chocolate.
I have chocolate because I'm out of my strawberry. I love strawberry. But this right here, oh my goodness, the gut health 101, what we do for what we put our bodies through as teachers, oh my goodness, or moms, dads, parents. This right here, I always get my camera mixed up. You're talking almost 1,600 cartons of really good yogurt, like right here in one serving. I throw it in my water. I actually put it in like a mason jar with a lid and just
Mhm.
shake it up because I can take it down the hallway with me on the way to lunch with the kids, or I can do it. I intermittent fast, so that's when I do mine, is when we go to
Mhm.
lunch. Um, and I follow up with my DFT. I use the black patch. This is my favorite. I can't get to mine very well right now because it's up there. But that is
Yeah,
my
mine's
that's my
white.
mood
Same
support.
thing.
Yeah. That's my mood support. That right there is my kicker. That keeps me balanced. That helps me put out all the fires throughout the day that get thrown at me randomly. And as I explain to the kids, because they'll say, "What's that? What's that Band-Aid?" And I said, "That Band-Aid keeps my train from falling off the track. And if it does, I can get right back on the track and we can keep rolling." That's
That's right.
exactly what it does. And they understand that. That's their lingo. But that's my Band-Aid. That's my Band-Aid.
Get that
So
happy
that's what
back.
we do. Do
Hmm.
what?
Get the happy back, right?
Yes, that is definitely the happy. And the
And
kids
if
know
you're
it. If I don't
and if you're a man teacher, right, or if you're a dad that's staying at home and you're holding down the fort and doing the homeschool, because I know that there are some of you guys out there that are doing that. We also have men's capsules, and there's just a little
yes.
bit of difference between the men's and the women's. And honestly, there's they're very similar. Okay, there's no hormones. Everything's natural. It's gluten free, and it's resourced right here in the United States. So we know exactly what is in all of our products. They are the
Yes.
most incredible um, uh, natural ingredients that you could put into your body. They are so pure that you are going to feel it. You are going to feel a difference within the
Yes.
first few moments that you take this capsule. They are the jumper, what we call it, kind of fun. They are the jumper cables. Um, it is
They are. They're
natural.
my
You're not. So, but you showed
yes.
me, I think I saw something else on your arm there that's a little bit different. It's
Let me see.
a
Oh yeah.
sticker, but it's different.
I always get those backwards. Yes, this one is actually is my recharge. Recharge, and basically recharge is my immune. It's an extra added immune support that I just started for myself. It looks like this.
Hmm.
It has all the amazing properties in it to help keep my immune system boosted and up. And basically, I was excited about this coming out just as a kindergarten teacher, let alone
Absolutely.
nothing else included. Just I was excited just for this, just because I'm getting hit with things all the time. I use my recharge. I use it when I sleep, and it helps recharge that immune system and get keep it boosted and ready to go. So,
And
and I did that.
it really has some incredible ingredients in it. If you would like to know
Yes,
what they are, we will be glad to message you. I mean, it has everything from zinc and elderberry. It has just the most impeccable, clean, all the things that are being told to you in the news that you need in your body to boost your immune system. This has it plus more. So whether you're in the
yes,
teaching field or whether you have somebody that in your home and you're teaching your kids, but you still have somebody that's going outside the home to work, they're still bringing stuff back. So you increase that,
yes,
get that immune system where it needs to be and recharge it, because at nighttime is when our bodies are ready to rest and recharge themselves. And that's kind of where it came from. But there's something else that you throw in there, and I've used this before too. It's called Rest, and Rest.
yes.
Tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell you, I started my rest. It looks like this, and it's a sequential gel. Actually, you just put it on your tongue and then swallow it in about 20 seconds. I had
Hmm.
really gotten. I have been an early riser just naturally. I like to get up early. I get more stuff done that way. Um, the rest helps me be able to shut my brain off at night and go to sleep. And literally been on it for almost a week now. And I started it
Hmm.
simply because, like, just with everything going on, I just needed to calm my brain a little bit where I could ease off and go to sleep. my days and nights were getting mixed up, baby kind of thing. And this is putting me back on track to where now it's like within 20, 30 minutes of taking that bath, I'm going to sleep and I'm getting some really good rest. And I'm waking up now before my alarm ever even goes off at 4:15 in the morning. And so that's when I start my day. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and if I'm up before my alarm goes off, then I'm up. I just get up and get moving and go on. But I really needed that because sometimes, I've tried other things and it didn't help. Because sometimes I just can't go to sleep, and that helps me
Right.
re-energize, get some
So
rest.
So it is because I track my sleep, and as my sleep, I know that when I use rest, that I really do hit longer periods of that extended REM sleep that our brains so much need. And I
Yes.
too, I think most teachers, most moms, there's something out there that keeps us awake at night, or our eyes
Right.
might pop open at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. This
Mm-hmm.
really, this shuts that down. And the really cool thing about this is it's out of your system. There's no
Right.
lingering effects that prescription stuff
Oh
can give to
yes.
you. I know that
I don't ever
firsthand.
feel groggy with that.
No,
Never.
you're able to get up
I
and
actually feel
go.
very energized. It's like I wake up and I feel totally refreshed and I'm ready to go,
Yes.
actually. And that's what I love about it because so many products that are out there, you may be able to get it to get you to sleep, but you can't wake up very well the next day, or you're half asleep the rest of the day. I don't have time for that. I gotta hit the road running. So
So
yeah,
before we wrap up, let's talk just a little bit
yeah,
about multiple streams of income. We all know that
yes,
teachers, right? We don't always get paid. Doesn't matter how much education, we always cap out.
right,
Most teachers I know have some sort of side income, whether
yes,
that's tutoring or whether that's something else. This is an incredible company to partner with, which Becky and I have done because we just had life changing effects and have better health that we've both experienced in many, many years in our lives. So, that being
oh, yes,
said, zero startup costs, there's zero monthly fees, there's zero quota. Our trainings are absolutely impeccable. Our
yes,
founder came in and trained us for nearly 2 hours over the weekend on Saturday.
yes,
Just top notch training for free. We had to pay
mhm,
nothing for it. We just had to show up. It
exactly,
cost our time. So if
right,
you're wanting to change something, whether you're wanting grocery money, moms, dads, if you're wanting to be able to maybe afford the clothes that your children are growing into, if you want that kind of money, and it is so doable. You can get your products for free too. We have a refer to program where I bought mine once uh,
yes.
and get it for free because it is so life altering.
I agree. I
Did you?
still yes, and I love to share my credits that come back into me. I like to share those out where people can try it because if it's changed my life, then I feel compelled to share it with other people just because I know what it has done for me and so many other people. I just want to give it back. I want everybody to be able to try it that's willing to try it.
Mhm.
Take this and run with it. Yes, but it has helped a lot with what you were talking about. Just some of that side income sometimes, when you just never know what's
Mhm.
going to happen. Like our refrigerator went out in July, like the weekend of the 4th, our refrigerator stopped working. You know, Things like that that just come up at random times that you're not always ready for. It was
They
nice
do.
to have a little bit of cushion.
Yes. And it also allows, as it has allowed me to pay off medical bills, to pay down rather some of those student loans that I massively incurred. And we as teachers, we do that.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
listen, if you guys want more information on anything that we've mentioned here, reach out to us. We are here for you. We want to help you live life to your fullest. And this is one way, because if you don't fill your cup, you cannot give back to your students, whether they are your own children at home or whether they are your students in the classroom. Fill your cup every
Exactly.
morning. It takes all of about 6 minutes of your schedule, and you are done for the day. There's no, oh, I've got to take this before this meal. Oh, I ate before. Now what do I do? It's all
Right.
done. You're done with it, and it's so simplistic. It is sustainable. So, guys, Becky, thank you. And I know you've had to
Thank you
pivot.
for having me.
You are out in your secondary office because you have taken in other people into your home, and
Yes,
so you've pivoted, and that's what
I
we
have
do.
pivoted again. It's just constant pivot. But the one last thing that I would say, Beth, is to the parents and the people that are trying to, or teachers, if you're teaching virtually from home, or parents teaching from home, reach and find people to connect with. Do not feel like an island. Find some support and plug into somebody. It will help you stay sane. It'll
Yeah.
help you be able to manage what you've got going on.
So don't be the parent, don't that or the teacher that is in tears by the end of the day or by lunchtime, right? We want to help you get past that.
Yes.
So tap into us, tap into our strategies. We have
Yes.
it goes so far with the support that we offer here, guys. So you guys have an incredible evening. Thank you, Becky, for your time, and
Thank you.
have a good evening.
You too. Thanks, Beth.
Thank you.
Bye.